This is Emmerstine. I'm the divorce coach for the seasoned woman. Seasoned women, we're going to talk about having to go to court for the first time for a legal separation or a divorce. Now, having an individual, a stranger, or the judge decide the fate of your life can be a bit scary. And especially if you've never been to court before or been in front of a judge. Now, your attorney will probably brief you on what to expect the date of your hearing. But always remember, whenever you go and talk to your attorney, always take good notes. Because depending on the time that you actually go to court, from the time that you file, it could be 6 months or a year, so you might forget. And also, if your attorney sends you emails, save those emails in a folder in your email account so you can go back and look at them at a later date. Because a lot of times you're in an emotional turmoil, so if your attorney tells you something, you might not remember what she said. So it's always a good thing to go back and refer to your notes and your prior emails. Now let me tell you a story about this. Of course, I always have to tell you a story. I remember going to court for the first time, and yes, I wore my hair back in a ponytail like this, so I looked a little more conservative. And I remember walking in the court building and going up to the floor where our hearing was going to be held. I saw my spouse. I hadn't seen him in months. I saw him, and I remember he looked at me. He, like, as if he could have strangled me, but because he wanted the separation, he did not want a divorce. So he was upset about it. And I remember ducking behind my attorney, who was a very petite, 5 feet tall woman. But there was a bailiff there, so I felt pretty safe. And there were a few people, there was a couple standing around. And I remember my attorney asking me, "Do you know those people?" I said, "No." And I thought to myself, oh no, he's brought witnesses. I am in trouble. And I remember my heart started beating fast. I got scared. And I found out a little later that they were there for something else. And we went in front of the judge, and I was terrified. I did not say a word. And things turned out pretty well for me. And I remember at the end, my spouse just looked at me, and he had a look on his face. But to his credit, he put on his big boy panties and dealt with it pretty well. And I remember after the divorce, after the proceedings were over, the judge did say, she said, "Well, y'all are so well behaved, you don't have to come back to court. You can go in front of a mediator." And I thought to myself, I dodged that bullet, because every marriage, especially if you've been married a long time, there are things that you don't want to come out in public. So I didn't want my dirty laundry to be aired out in a courtroom. So when she said, okay, you can go to mediation, you don't have to come back to court again. So a big sigh of relief came over me. But just remember, when you go to court, just remember, always review your notes. When you go see your attorney, take good notes. When she sends you emails, keep a copy of those emails so you can always go back and refer to them. And being an accountant, I've always been a very detailed person. So you might want to review your financial records also, and review his financial records too. So anything that has to do with the case, you might want to look over it, so if it comes up, then you'll know. I've enjoyed talking to you ladies. And again, I enjoyed telling my story, and I'll see you again where I have another story for you, because I've gone through all of this. I want to let you know what you can expect to happen so that you'll be prepared. Thanks, ladies. This has been Emmerstine.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm the divorce coach for the Seasoned woman. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button. Leave a comment. Tell me what's on your mind. See you next time, seasoned women.